What's going on, chosen few? So we're kicking off a new year, right? And some of you are going through the summary of 2024 and looking at things, people, mindsets, habits that you need to remove in order for you to be successful in 2025, okay? A question that I got asked in a conversation is how to know what things or people need to be selected to be removed from your 2025 chapter, okay? And what I want to tell you is the easiest way to know what is serving you and what is not is to listen to your conscience, okay? Your conscience is the authentic voice of God. Why? When you are around someone, how do you feel when you're with that person? Are the conversations productive? When you're with that person, do you feel recharged? Do you feel energized? Do you have a good time? Do you walk away feeling like you got something productive out of being with this person? And when I say productive, it doesn't necessarily have to be you gain something. If you walk away and you're in a better mood because you're able to laugh, you're able to have a good time, that is productive. Like, we all need a little bit of laughter. We all need a little bit of joy. You also don't want to hang around with that person that is always joking around. It's a great time, but never going anywhere, right? Never being productive. But having selected time frames, whether you hang out with that person once every 2 weeks or once a month for a period of time, it's being very selective. But going back to your consciousness is the authentic voice of God. You know what feels right to you and what feels wrong to you, right? If you are having drinks and you already start thinking to yourself, I know I'm going to be hungover. I know tomorrow I'm not going to be able to get to the gym. I know my workout's not going to be the same. That's your consciousness telling you that that's not something productive. Now, there's balance, and you know yourself better than anybody else. If you know you're not the I can have one drink type of person and be okay, and you know you're going to start drinking a 12-pack, then don't put yourself in those situations. And keep yourself away from those people that are going to put you in those situations, okay? So being selective with your time is very important. A mindset that I have carried for a while now, and I will continue to enforce in 2025, is you don't owe anybody anything, okay? The only people that you owe your loyalty is to those that have been loyal to you. The only people that you owe effort, support, love, and everything else is to those that have given you the same thing in return, okay? What will happen is when you're giving people something that you know you're not getting back, all you're doing is depleting yourself of your energy. And we all know you can't fill up a cup with an empty cup. And there are some people out there that will take and take and take, and they have absolutely no limits of when to say enough is enough. They will take until they leave you with nothing. And then they will be upset that you can no longer offer them something, okay? So a situation that I always keep in mind when trying to help people is, one, you got to realize that you cannot embrace people's potential all the way. Just because they have a lot of potential does not mean that they want to become that person, okay? Some people will never become the higher version that you see in them. I used to see this as a personal trainer. I used to see people's frame and think, underneath those 20, 30 pounds of fat, I know is a physique that you would be so surprised that you could see, right? When I used to train women, I used to say, underneath those 15, 20 pounds is the highest level of confidence that woman will ever live, because she already has a nice frame, or you see she has good genetics. But those people, it would be so disappointing when they would give up on themselves, because I believed in their dream more than they believed in their dream. And that's not always a healthy thing to do. Now, I'm not saying don't help people. I'm not saying, don't be of service. But you need to set limits. You need to set limits of how much am I willing to give without feeling depleted. Whether you say you give selected times of the day, you give selective days of the week that you're going to do it. Maybe you say I'm going to do it once every 2 weeks, once a month. I am going to give as a sacrifice of energy, of time, of effort, of wisdom to be able to be of service. but you know your limits, and you're like, I know I'm not going to be depleted, and I know my cup is not going to be empty by helping somebody else. Okay, that is so crucial. 2024, I feel like I gave everybody all of me, that I was left with absolutely nothing to myself. Okay, and that is not a good thing, because you start to become a lower version of yourself because you did that. Okay, and are most people going to be grateful for it? I would tell you that 1 out of 10 are actually going to be grateful for you giving everything you had to them. And to me, it's a gamble that it's just not worth taking. Give your effort to those that you see want it. Give your time and wisdom to people that are really hungry, people that are seeking advice, and the advice that they get for you, they actually implement it. It's not just you wasting air. So when you have to decide 2025, who you need to keep in your circle, who you need to remove, what habits you need to keep, what habits you need to keep in check, what things you need to add into your habits for 2025, always just listen to your consciousness. That's your conscience is your survival mechanism. It knows what is good, what is bad. Those gut feelings are there for a reason. When you feel a vibe is off with certain people, it's for a reason. I don't know about you guys, but usually when I feel a certain vibe about somebody, most of the time I'm right. It's very rare that I'm going to be like, I was completely wrong. Most of the time you're right, and you feel that for a reason. Okay, so I hope that helps. If you made it to the excuse me, at the end of the video, hit like, hit subscribe, drop a comment. Let me know what you're changing, what you're going to remove, what are you going to add into your 2025, or what are your 2025 goals. We're going to set this in here, and we're going to be able to come back, look at this, and see the achievements that we've been able to accomplish in 2025. Other than that, I appreciate you coming by with me this afternoon. Go ahead and subscribe, comment, hit like, and then share it if you actually got a benefit from it. All right, don't forget, you're a chosen one. Peace.